Hey, this is Akon Mayuen. Thank you so much, guys, for always supporting me, and thank you also for following my TikTok. Thank you for following my Facebook and YouTube as well. This is a great support, and what you are doing is really nice for me. Okay, today I'm going to discuss the human minds and the power of mindset. This is what I'm going to discuss because we are coming to the end of the year, and if we are coming to the end of the year, we are going to 2026. So I want you to be ready all the time because being ready sometime it means you are prepared to do some work. And if you are not prepared, then everything is going to be bad for you. So be prepared with the year because 2026 is coming. And if 2026 is coming, you need to make some of the thing that will make you perfect in 2026. And one of the things that I decide to bring to you today is the mind and also the power of it, the power of mindsets. And then if I say power mindset, this means the human minds that I'm going to discuss to you today. Since this is the new year that we are going to 2026, so you need to be ready, you need to prepare for it, you need to think about the year, how is it going to end, and what do you want to plan in 2026? What do you want to accomplish? And what do you want to do? Do you want to complete your college? Do you want to do what you want? Do you want to be a business person? Do you want anything that you want? You need to plan them. And after you plan them, sometime what always bring us back is the mind. And that's why I decide to bring this so that we also have it together. All right. Yeah. Discover how your thoughts shape your reality and learn to also uh, to experience, okay, to experience the extraordinary power within your mind to transform your life. And all these highness, sometimes you can find them in your mind. You don't find them anywhere, but you find them in your mind. So all the extraordinary power that are within you is you to transform them into a life. And all this, they come through human minds and the mindsets, the way you react to something, the way you think, the way you prioritize the tasks. This is what make it. So nothing make it. Okay. Uh, Now let us understand also the human minds, how human minds is and so. The human mind is the control center of your life experience. Okay? It is a control center of your life experience. Everything you think, say, feels, and do begins here. The beginning mindsets, they don't begin anywhere else. Before action, there is a thought. You know that before you do any reaction to a certain situation, maybe somebody slap you. So, what you do first is if you think, okay, you first think, you need to think, how can I approach this situation? And this is the first thing that we always do. That's why I'm saying, that's why I'm saying human minds is really nice and it's one of the things that you need to learn. Otherwise, you will not be good enough. Before the actions, then you need to think what you want to do. Sometimes, if somebody slap you, then you need also to think, what will you do to the person who slapped you? Is he your father? Is he your brother? Who is him? Why is he slapping me? I don't know why is he slapping me. Okay? That is it. That's why I say before action, there is a thought. And before behavior, there is a belief. You know that? Because you cannot believe in something if you don't have that behavior. Okay? Because you also pick the behavior from the belief. I always go to church is because that I believe church is a way to heaven or is a way to paradise. Some of the people think. So it's one of the things that you also need to know that when you want to go to heaven, then you need to go to church. Okay, and if you want to go to church, you need to go to heavens. Okay, but the belief depend on how you believe, and that's why I say that you cannot have a behavior when you don't believe in something. So you need to have a belief in something After that, you need to have a behavior of something. And that's why we say before behavior, there is a belief. And then before the results, there is a mindset behind that. So if you expect any results, make sure that there is a mindset behind any results. Have you ever done something? Maybe you done something and then unfortunate, uh, something collapsed. Okay, that thing which collapsed, so it collapsed from you. It wasn't collapsed from somebody, and the collapsings happen because the results that you were expecting were really not true. You were not expecting good results. You were not expecting a bad results, and results always happens based on how you perceive things. Results happen based on your commitment, and you can see it also from academic, from college. Sometimes you perform better based on your commitments, based on your consistency in reading and revising. This is where you will excel in grading. But sometimes if you are committed to somewhere else and you're not committed to schools, then you will see the results of being away, of being not consistent. So all this happen because of the mindsets. Okay, your mind doesn't just react to the walls, it interprets the walls. This is what our mind does sometimes. So it interprets the walls, and if it interprets the wall, then you react to it after you interpreted the wall. uh, this is what I always say, that two people may face identical situation, two people may face the same problem, and these two people, if they face the same problem, then that problems will have a different experience. So the experience that somebody get from his own problems may be different from the experience that somebody got from from the other problem. But assume that the situation is the same. It's an identical situation. Maybe the marriage, maybe you and your friend, you want to marry. Then if you and your friend want to marry, then your friend might approach the marriage in a way that he knows, and you may approach the marriage in a way that also you know. And this may completely different because the outcome, let's say the results that will come after that, they're going to be different. They will not be the same. Okay, your mind is not fixed, it is programmable. Our mind is also programmed, and that's why we always have something called paradigms in our brain, in our minds. We have paradigms. Okay, and I will talk about this shortly. Whatever you repeatedly think about, emotionally accept it, and focus on slowly, that thing become your normal state. You want to know that something you always consistently repeat all the times and all the day and all the week, these things will become your normal state. It become your habit. It become the way that you always do. It become anything that you do all the time. If you steal, then you will keep stealing. If you smoke cigarette, you always smoke cigarette. If you take alcohols, you always take it because whatever you repeatedly think about, and also you accept it emotionally, all these things become what? They all become your normal states, and you need to be here with it all the time. Let me come to what mindset really mean. Some people may ask the questions, what is mindset, and so mindset is the collection of belief, okay, attitude and assumptions you hold about yourself. And let me say, belief, attitude, and assumptions. So these are three things that we need to understand. So we need to understand assumptions. We need also to understand the attitude. We also need to understand belief. And I talked about belief earlier, how we believe in something. We believe in something and then we make it as a behavior. Okay, after we believe in something, so we cannot believe in something and we don't make it a behavior. Okay, so they are quite a bit different. When we believe in something, it means that is a great behavior, and we have to take it serious. Okay, that that belief must be a behavior that you have to express, because you cannot be a believer and you start acting differently. Okay, you can be a believer, and maybe you cannot believe in me, and then after some time or 2 to 3 days, you go and talk shit about me somewhere. So it means you are not behaving well. That's why you are you insulted me, is because that you don't believe in me. When you believe in something, then you always do what they do, and that is the behavior that you are exposing out. Okay, yeah, and attitude. So attitude sometimes these are the expressions of the behavior, and sometimes you may say somebody have bad attitude, so it means they insult and they do some of the bad thing that you may see, just like that, of course, yes. And then assumption, sometimes you assume that thing will happen automatically about yourself. Maybe you will say, tomorrow I will get this. Tomorrow I'm going to be a rich person. Tomorrow I'm going to be poor. I'm going to be like this. I'm going to be like this. All these things happen because of mindset. And that's why I said mindset is the collection of all these three. If you understood all these three, then your mind is in perfect positions. If you understood uh, attitude, you understood assumptions, you also understood belief, and then you expose what do you believe, like behavior. This is where you will understand. Okay, and all these assumptions you hold about yourself, the walls, and what's possible for you. Okay, so it shapes how you respond to a challenge, and sometimes you as a human being, you may be faced by a lot of critical things. You may be faced by a lot of problems, and you need to take them seriously because these are problems. And if they are problem, you need to welcome them, and that's why you are born. You are born into a world of challenge, and when we get challenged, this is where we understand ourselves. A human without challenge is not a human being. As a human being, you must have challenges and conditions that we are facing. This is what makes you a real human being, because when you suffer, when you face a lot of challenge, then this is how you see how your mind is working, by the way. uh, and then all this challenge is because your minds also react to that, and you interpret the failure, how your minds also interpret failure, and what you believe, always you deserve it. You see that? So all this, they happen because of the mindsets, because mindset is really a way forwards. And mindset, you can understand mindsets um, if you really fall into deep challenges. This is where you will understand a mindset. But when you're just living in luxury life, maybe you have a father, maybe you have your uncle, maybe you have somebody that is overshadowing you, then you will not feel all these things that I'm talking about, because you don't think anything in your mind. You just wake up in the morning, you get what you eat, you wake up today, you wake up tomorrow, then you eat. It's quite a bit different. Okay, it's quite a bit different with somebody who wake up every day and they don't find anything to eat. So this is the scenario sometime in the mindset, and that's make it different. Uh, Weak mindsets, because a mindset must have weakness and must have also uh, is strong. So see obstacles as a proof to stop. Sometimes when you see obstacles, like if you have a lot of obstacles, sometimes you want to solve something, and you may see that those obstacles are the proof to a situation. Okay, sometimes you may find out that, or let me say, people who are in different countries, sometimes they think South Sudan is um, Sudan is at war and all the people are dying there. If you go to Juba, you will die. If you go somewhere, this is the mindset, and this is what you also need to differentiate. Okay, because that mindset sometimes is really very complex. Let me tell you, And if you think that if you come to Juba, you will die, then this is through obstacles because it's a proof to a situation, and that proof is stopping you from doing something. And some of us, we might be trying to do some business, and after you want to do a business, sometimes you see that if I invest in this business, uh, if I invest in that business, my money will get lost, and this is risky. Sometimes you say I risk my wealthy because of no reason, and when you waste that money is 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 sometimes risky, of course, yes, but sometimes you may get that what you did is really okay after some time. But if you are if you see that if you do something is going to be bad, this is the obstacles that you see, and that obstacles is also showing you the proof of I mean the proof to stop. So you will not move forwards. Okay, all these things the view setback as a personal failure. Okay, the limit possibilities based based on the past experience. And that's why we always afraid to do something we did last year or 3 years back, because we know the experience, how it feel, because it is like the fire. When you touch the fire, so you may think the experience that you have got from the power, I mean from the fire, because you know how fire burn people. That's why you don't want to touch it because you know that it's really bad. And that's why we said always experience matter a lot. When you have experience, there is nothing that happen because you know it. But if you don't have experience, sometimes we feel we tremble because we don't know all these things. It's like when you are taken to printing company or any other company that has machines, and then people just put you there and they say you need to operate this machine. You know how does it feel? It really feel bad. It feel bad for you because you don't know the experience on how to operate the machine. But I think what you will say is that you will say, I don't know how to operate the machine. Can you please allow me to go? Or if you pretend that you know it, then this is where you will tremble because when we say we know something, and after a while, you begin not to know anything. So it's really a bad thing, and we need to know all this. And experience matter a lot, and we have seen here because experience matter. And how it is matter is that it matter because your mindsets always trigger the past that you did. And let me come to strong's mindset. A strong mindset always it sees obstacles as a feedback to grow. And weak mindset always it see obstacles as a proof to stop. You need to know these two difference. If you want to do something like you want to approach 2026, and in January you may see all the things that you plan were not working. You may see that what you was doing is not fulfilling. So what you do, you think that this is the bad thing, and I don't want to continue with that. So it means that what you are doing today is not consistency, and then you will just drop. You will drop on the road, and then you are seeing the obstacles has a proof to stop, and then you will stop too because all the things that you did were not really showing results, and that's why you are stopping. That's why you don't want to continue. Okay, but here in a strong mindset, I think we always sometimes you see obstacles as a feedback from the growth, because if you want to grow, a lot of things happen to you. And even me, I'm somebody who is not afraid of making wrong thing. I don't afraid of being judged. I don't afraid of what, because I want to learn. I want to know a lot of things. That's why always you see me on social media. You see me here. You see me here. It's because I want to learn. I want to learn a lot of things. That's why I'm doing it all like that. I'm not doing it for granted, but I'm doing it because I want to learn new thing. That's why you always see me all the time. Okay? But if I was not uh, if I was not to learn, then I will just keep quiet. I will not even be showing on social media, and you will not even get me. You will not even know me. But it's because I want to learn. That's why I'm always interacting, and so and I'm learning. If I learn new thing, I always add it into my life. If I don't learn something, then I leave. Okay, that's why learning is require all this, and learning also is one of the mindset that you need to take care of. Uh, as you see that uh, I mean obstacles as a feedback to grow. We view setback as learning opportunities, expand possibilities through resilience. This is what happen always in a strong mindset. In strong mindsets, you always view all these obstacles, okay, or all the setbacks, okay, as an opportunity to learn, also to expand the possibilities, and through resilience. This is what you do. Okay, remember that mindset is not motivation, because motivation come and goes. And for example, you will not be getting a lot of money from the same person all the time if you are not related, or if it's not your father. If it's somebody else, you will not get all these motivations all the time until you grow. Never. That's why we say motivation come and goes. Okay, and mindset stays and quietly control your decisions, even when you are tight, so even when you are trying all the thing, even when you are confused or even afraid. Okay, mindsets always stay there. Mindset doesn't go. Mindsets and motivation, they are really two different things. And when we say motivations always is giving, and some people take it as money, but motivation is just something that given to you based on their interest. That's motivation. Something given to you in order for you to move forward to do something. Your father might be giving you a lot of money because they want you to learn. They will give you money and say, "Go to school tomorrow, my son. Do this tomorrow. Do this tomorrow." All this happen because they want you to learn, and that's why they are giving you money. Is because of it. It's because they want you to learn. Then you move forward. You are motivated and take your money. Okay. So be serious with 2026. The two mind working together with like conscious minds, subconscious minds. I think everybody's aware of all this. Conscious minds, subconscious minds, and all these things. You know how they always interacts coherently, and some of the people may not know subconscious mind, conscious mind. Okay, all these things, these are divisions of minds and how you react to a situation. But I will come for it next time. So it's not today. Uh, uh, how beliefs are forms, and I think I talked about belief earlier. And let me tell you like that. I talk about beliefs and habits. Okay, sometimes they work coherently. Belief, uh, it always happens on repetitions. It happen in emotions. It happen also when there is an authority. Okay, and I'll just dig it down to you so that you understand. How beliefs are formed sometimes based on repetitions. If you hear something often enough, your minds accept it as a truth. Okay, and these things, it always happens to some of the leaders. Sometimes someone may say, "I got these persons right here. He was like this. He was like this. He was like this." This is the one person who talked to you like that. Then you keep it. Tomorrow you go, and then someone may come and say, "I got this and I got this and I got this like this," and you say, "No problem." Somebody may come. This is a repetitions happening about somebody. And after a while, you will take it as a truth because it has happened many times. And that's why we say repetition always form belief. So you cannot be a believer, you cannot be you cannot be Muslim, you can be Christian when you don't repeat what they do, when you don't go to church all the time. Because the moment you go to church all the time, this is how we are believing. But if you don't go to church, you are not a believer. You need to understand that. Then we have emotions. When attached to strong emotions, ideas sink deeper into your subconscious. Okay, and that is the case sometime when we have emotions about something. Then make sure that we are believing in it. And some people always they don't know, they don't want to expose their emotion in regard to a certain situation because they are always afraid that this will happen and this will happen. So it's quite a bit different. Let me come to authority. Information from authority figure is observed faster and questions less. And that is why how intelligence in military and in anything related to authority does its things. Many belief about money, success, intelligence, and self worth were observed earlier without questioning. You know, these beliefs now operate silently in adulthood, shaping your reality from behind the scenes. So, all this, they are just behind the scenes, but you always expose yourself moving forward. But you don't want to let yourself be known that you believe in a specific thing. Some people don't want to be known that they believe they always like money. They always want to succeed. They are always intelligent and a lot. Okay, yeah. So authority is also one of the beliefs because uh, how beliefs are formed. They are formed based on what? Based on repetition. They are formed uh, based on emotions. They are also formed based on authority. Okay. And that's why we also know that when you believe in something, behave. You must behave well in something. Okay. The truth is that changing mindset requires replacing old belief, not just wishing for new results. And that is the case now. On social media, if you are addicted to social media and you want to quit, so you cannot quit social media. The reason you don't want to quit social media is because that you have not replaced the old belief, because you believe on social media or you believe in alcohol. So you will not believe, I mean, you will not quit that habit. You will not change the habit if you will not change the habit if you don't forget all the old beliefs. And then the old beliefs must be replaced by the new belief. This is how it works. This is how minds work. Our mind is doesn't work anyhow. So it works based on the principle. Yes. And if you know, then that is the nice thing sometimes. Yes. There is one of the guy that I love the most. Um, he's called Bob Proctor. This guy, he's really a genius. He has a book given to him since he was 20 years, and then he died at 70 some years. The book is still with him, and he talk a lot about minds and so on. So I used to read some of his book, and he has an institutions in the U.S. He has that institution, and that institution is one of the institution that is working today perfectly, and most of the people used to join. He talk a lot. So you don't rise to the level of your goals; you fall to the level of your paradigms. The paradigm problem, and I talked about paradigm earlier, that our minds has been programmed. If our mind is programmed, then a person may desire success but feel uncomfortable when success approach. You know that discomfort is the paradigm itself resisting change. Okay, pulling you back to what feels normal. Okay, because when you want to be successful, sometimes there are a lot of pressure comes, and those pressure they want to bring you into normal. And if you learn physics, we know something called equilibriums. In equilibriums, then everything must be in the center. Everything must be normal, and that is the reasons we say is if everything is normal, then it should be specific. Okay, it should be specific, and there is something that will bring it to normal. There's nothing that is normal without anything bringing it to normal. So paradigm is one of the things that you want to take serious in your brain. You have it in your mind, because when we say mind, we also say it is a brain and so. But that is the general forms of the behavior and how you think. That is all about our mindset. Okay, paradigm solutions. Lasting change doesn't come from willpower alone. It comes from changing the paradigm through repetition of new ideas and emotional involvement. This is how it is. So if you want to have a solution about for paradigm, then you need to make a lasting change. A lasting change, it will not come from the willpower, like you have a power and you will change and so. No, but it comes from changing the paradigm through repetition of new ideas and emotional involvement. This is how it comes. It doesn't come from anywhere else. Yes, okay. This will bring me to the diagrams and law of attraction. This is also said by Bob. Bob has really explained a lot of things, and those things he explained to us, we know some of the things that he explains, and if you don't know this guy, you need to follow him. Law of attractions explained simply. The law of attraction is based on focus, not a magic. Whatever you consistently focus on, you notice more of. Whatever you emotionally expect, sometimes you prepare for it. Whatever you believe is possible, you move toward uh, unconsciously, okay? Because you believe that that one is possible. And that's why we have focus is shared perceptions. You must have that. Your mind feels a reality based on what you are looking for, okay? And then perceptions guide actions, and what you notice determine where you move. Okay, because if you want to go outside, you may know that I want to go outside because I'm going to do something. That's why you want to go. This is the thing that you perceive. You perceive the environment based on what you trigger. Action creates results. Your movement aligns with your dominant thought, uh, and then results reinforce focus. Then what you experience strengthens your belief, and that's why I say it needs you always to go to the church, because you believe in it, and that thing need reinforcement. It needs reinforced focus. You need to focus in the church. You want to be a believer, but you can be a believer and you're not focusing on the church. That's mean you are doing nothing right there. Okay, so you need to be careful about it. Otherwise, this will bring us to the path to mindset transformations. So I'm going to end very soon. Repetition create familiarity, because reading once isn't enough. Hearing once isn't enough. Motivations one is not enough. New ideas must be impressed repeatedly with emotion until they feel familiar. That's why we are always good at reading and so, because we read all the time, okay? And it also with the skills, if you want to learn the skills, a skill needs repetitions. You repeat it all the time, and being consistent always define the path of mindset. So focus direct energy. Where attention goes, energy flow. The mind become what it focus on. If you focus on problem, you strengthen the problem. Thinking, yeah, problem thinking, and that focus on the growth, and you strengthen the solution. Uh, all these things happen because when you always focus on the problem that you are facing, then you always focus on those problems, and you will not move forward, because all those problems they have solutions. Okay, and if they have solution, it means you need to focus more on the solution, but you don't want to focus more on the problem. And that's why Bob say that problems always have solutions, and solutions also have problems. So you need to be serious with those things. We also have self image self image determines behavior. So you never outperform yourself. Okay, you never outperform your self image for long. If you see yourself as incapable, you will sabotage progress. See yourself as worthy and you will have confidence. And this is what I said earlier, that when you focus more on the problem, then you are going to think more in the problem. But when you think more in solutions, you always think more in solution, okay? It's solving the problem. But it's the same here. So we have a self-image, like me has a call. I have my own self-image. And that self-image, I always learn from it. There are things that I'm incapable in, so I have to learn them so that I should be capable. And sometimes when you think that you are incapable to do something, then that's mean you are sabotaging all the thing, even the progress. You need to see yourself as a worthy person. That is the best part. You need to see yourself as a worthy person who can do something. And if you see yourself always that you will not do anything, then this is how uh, bad things started. When a new idea feels familiar, the mind accepts it as a truth, and uh, that is the best part of it. Okay, that is the best part of it all the time. When a new idea feels familiar, so the mind always accept it as a truth. This is why affirmations, visualizations, and self-talk work when done consistently and consciously. You know that we always need to affirm something. That's why we always say confirm. Because when we say confirm, it mean that there is something you did above, and now you want to confirm it, whether it is true or it's not true. All right? Yes. This will bring me to the second last of my discussions, real world mindset illustrations. And two people uh, two people may lose the same opportunity. Watch what happen next if they are in the positions, and I mean, if they are in the same if they are serving the same opportunity, and maybe they lost the job. Then let me try to do it like this. Person A, fixed mindset. This always happened to me. I never get the breaks I deserve. Why do I even bother trying? Okay? So this is the fixed mind. The result for this is stay stuck, reinforce limiting belief, stop talking actions. Person B, that is the growth mind. This is teaching me something. What can I learn? How can I improve? What is the next opportunity? This is the growth minds right here. And the fixed minds, this always happens to me. I never get the breaks I deserve. Why do I even bother trying? So these people, this different mindset here, they all have an approach, and that's why you see the first person is approaching the situation in a way that he knows, and the other person is also approaching the situation in a way that he knows. Uh, the results from the fixed minds, they will stay stuck, reinforce limiting belief, stop taking action. They will not take any actions, and the growth mindset. Sometimes they grow stronger, they expand capabilities, they keep moving forward. Because if you lost the job, that is it. Then there is the next move that you want to do. You don't want just to stop right there, but you need to move forward to create another thing. It doesn't mean this is the end of the world. Okay. Same events. You can see these two people, same events, different mindset, different future. Okay. Mine doesn't change circumstances immediately. It doesn't do that. Okay. It change response. It and response change the directions. This is what it does. So our mind doesn't just open the way, but it open the way when you change the response, and that response will change your directions. This will bring me to the end of this. Your mind and your future. So the human mind is the most powerful tool we possess. You have it, I have it, a lot of people have it, yeah. Yet most people use it unconsciously. Your mindset determines how you experience life, how you interpret reality, and how far you allow yourself to go. Okay? Change begin with thought, not actions. Before you can transform your life, you must transform your thinking the way you think. Result begin with belief, not effort. Okay? What you believe possible determine where you will attempt and shapes tomorrow. The mind believe what you repeatedly. Your thoughts are building your future quietly every day and every single day. All right. So you need to understand all this behavior. And when you change the paradigm, you change the life. Choose your thought carefully. Lead your minds with attentions, master your mindset, and and you master your experience. The power has always been within you. Now it is a time for you to do it. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for supporting me. And I will say that we shall meet next time when I come with another topic. Bye bye from now, and thank you.